my god, you guys don't know how strugglesome it is in my closet right now. I want to sit down in here and we're gonna sit and chit chat today. How are you guys? How have you been? I've missed you so much. I have so much Christmas and shopping for our upcoming trip of what we're gonna talk about today. I'm so excited to share it with you. I never thought this was gonna happen. To be honest, I always thought we were gonna be Disney Cruise Line for life. We were gonna never try it any other way. We kind of said forever that we were gonna try another cruise line, and then it was like, no, not happening. We're sticking with Disney Cruise Line. They're the best. We have the most fun with them. Our kids are happiest. Enjoy it in the moment. However, we're trying something new. We're going into the unknown, and I'm excited to bring you guys along for the entire journey. And just let you know, this journey is happening like really fast. Really fast. Like I leave in days. So I'm excited to share all the details. Let's go ahead and talk about all the basic information. Our room, our ship, our duration, where we're going, where's our port. I want to share all of the details with you guys today. Okay, before we get started, I had to share this one little thing. I got a little magic mail from a follower, and she makes the most amazing ears. So I know we're not talking Disney, and I even shared it with her that I wasn't going on a Disney trip for a little bit. We're going back, don't you worry. You guys know I can't be gone long, but I don't have a Disney trip booked at the moment. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be booking one as soon as I get back, but I had to share this, okay? She sent me a beautiful package. You can tell she knows me so well because it was all the basic like solid color tones, like all the nude tones. And this is almost like a nudie bone. And she sent me these beautiful ears. It's gonna probably be a little hard to share it in the light. The light is a little different today, but she hand makes these ears and they're stunning, like literally stunning. The details that she puts into these is absolutely amazing, and I have to tell you, they are by far the most comfortable pair of ears I own. They're so comfortable. The sizing is perfect, and I've seen some like Etsy shops and some creators. There's nothing wrong. You guys all do an amazing job. I personally like it when the ears are just a little bit closer together and not so spread out and they're hanging down here. I think these are actually perfect. Like I love them, and the velvet is my favorite. Her holiday stuff is, oh my god, amazing. She's getting like some accessory pieces that she's been doing. The amount of detail, I told her this because like I have followed her on Instagram and like she is amazing. I will put her handle here on the screen here, but oh my god, like go follow her, go support her. Her price point is amazing for the quality that you're getting. I will no longer be buying park ears unless it was like something like I had to have. I've even had like some Amazon ones that I've shared with you guys before, and those are like a little bit too loose for me, and they're not as like, I feel like they're gonna fly off. These are not going anywhere, but they're not tight at all. They're just very comfortable, and the quality, like the quality feels so good, like so good. Her attention to detail on like every little corner, like you can't see it, like a seam, like they're absolute perfection. So I'm gonna link her details down below. She is so sweet. She even wrote me like a hand like written card and everything. She's just a doll. So I appreciate you so much, and I was so excited to share. I didn't need to share. She didn't ask me to share. I just wanted to share them with you guys because I love supporting small businesses. As you guys know, I'm just a little bitty, but I love sharing things like this with you because it's actually quality. Okay, since they're so comfortable, we're just gonna leave them on the entire time. I grabbed my phone and I am in the Royal Caribbean app and I want to share all the details. Okay, first of all, let me tell you, we are going on Harmony of the Seas out of Galveston, and it is a 4-night sailing to, I believe, Cozumel. You guys know the ports aren't as like interesting to me unless it's like something different. I've been to Cozumel. I think you guys actually came to Cozumel with us last November even. I'll link that vlog down below. We were on the Disney Magic and it was really fun, but there wasn't really a whole lot that we were like intrigued or that was on our list to do. Our kids don't really like the ocean. The only time I really push for them to like swim in the ocean and do water activities a part of the ocean is when we're at Castaway. Castaway, yes, we are gonna need to go back there, and they love it a little bit more, I think, because it just has a Disney touch. But then also too, eventually I would like to go to Royal Caribbean's private island, the Perfect Day, Coco Cay. I think it sounds amazing, so I know we'll get there but we wanted to kind of start off slow. As you guys know, when we went to Galveston, when we went out of Galveston last year, our whole last day, I did not feel good. And it actually happened to us one other time going out of Galveston. So every time I've gone out of Galveston, I have felt it a little bit. I definitely felt it more last time. And I think a lot of it was we had to go really slow. The waves were a little bit more. It kind of reminds me of one of the lakes that we have here. It's a big lake, and it has bulkheads all the way around. And so it's just like a sloshiness, and so that kind of happens when you come back into the Gulf of Mexico. It just has happened for us every time. Tell me in the comments below, has that ever happened to you? And it was fine. It wasn't to the point to where I was living in the bathroom or anything, but I just needed to have a chill day, and that's definitely what we did. My daughter was the only one that was like, nope, I'm fine, send me to kids club, I'm ready to go. So I'm curious to be on a much larger ship this time. If we'll be feeling any of that, I don't think that we will. We're a couple weeks off from when we went last time, so the weather should be similar. There was a lot of sea fog, like I said last time, so I know we had to go a little bit slower for that, and it, you know, caused, I don't really think it caused any like rerouting, but yeah, it just kind of changed things a little bit more, and the seas were a little rougher. I don't think we'll have that. And I really do believe this is a much newer ship, so in comparison, the two other sailings that we were on out of Galveston, we went on the Disney Wonder was our first one out of Galveston, and then we went on the Disney Magic, and they're kind of sister ships. They're much smaller ships compared to, they're a fraction of the size. Like, they're much smaller ships compared to the Harmony of the Seas. The Harmony of the Seas, from what I understand, is an Oasis class ship. All this is so new to me, so you guys help me along the way, and don't rip me apart if I mess something up, because like I said, this is very new for me. I'm a Disney gal, so you gotta help me with all the things. So the Harmony of the Seas was built in, I believe, 2016. It had his maiden sailing, and it's an Oasis class ship, and they're monsters. They're like the world's largest ships. I believe the world's largest ship is one of the sister ships, and it is the Wonder of the Seas. And fun fact, my mom actually just got back from a Royal Caribbean cruise, and she has a placeholder for the Wonder of the Seas, and then she wants us to get on the Wonder of the Seas with her as well. And then the Utopia is coming out, and that's going to be like the next largest ship in the world. These ships are massive. Like, each time they build a new one, it's like a couple feet longer. Not a ton, but I mean massive. Definitely much larger than what we are used to. I did go ahead and secure a room. I did not pick our specific room, I just picked our room type, and we did a guaranteed balcony, which is what we did on the Disney cruises. On our very first sailing on the Disney Dream, we went ahead and picked our specific room. We wanted like lower, I think we were on like deck 6, midship. I wanted it to be more specific for our very first sailing, and we were going in September, so that's kind of prime hurricane season. And it was great because it was when, you know, COVID sailing was still going on, and it was one of the very first sailings that Disney Cruise Line was going back out on the Disney Dream. So that was really cool to be a part of, and there was no one there. Like, Castaway was like crickets. Like, it was amazing. So I know we won't have that. So the room that we had decided, like I said, is going to be a guaranteed balcony or a guaranteed veranda, and we have already gotten our room. We got it a lot sooner compared to Disney. So Disney, it's like usually the week of or a couple days prior to your sailing, you'll find out your room number if you do a guaranteed room and you let them pick and you kind of have no say. All we cared about was getting a balcony, and we wanted to try something totally new. So this was a really good opportunity because Disney kind of knew where we liked, because we had that initial sailing of where we went. This, we have nothing. So we're gonna be more, I think we're on deck 11 and we're aft, which we've never done that. And then we are gonna be overlooking the boardwalk, which is really cool. So there's the promenade, I believe there's a promenade, there's Central Park, and then closer to the back, which is where we're going to be more aft of the ship on deck 11, we're going to be overlooking the boardwalk, which is more of a, it's not an interior room because it goes outside, but it looks down to the big slide. I can't think of what it's called. I'll tell you guys here in a minute. It goes to the big slide and then the water show in the back, so we'll be able to see a lot of that and like the excitement of the ship from our balcony, and still get to see the water. I mean, it's not going to be, you know, where you're sitting right on the water. I kind of wanted to have a room like this, to be honest, because, you know, we've done the ocean, we've done that, I mean, and that's all great, but I kind of want to be more on a like true Royal Caribbean cruise and kind of like have something more unique towards that. So I even told my husband, I said, I'm guessing this is where we're going to be because we're doing just a guaranteed room, but also I'm kind of excited for that. How do you feel? And he was like, I'm up for it. I think it's going to be fun. So that's really exciting. I mean, to go and look at the ocean and everything is beautiful. We don't spend enough time in our room. And then also too, from someone that has gotten, you know, a little discomfort on sailings with motion sickness and that, it's been very minor. Just the last time was the worst. Like I said, I will go ahead and drop that video in the description and like that specific one, and then I'll do a playlist that has that whole series on the Disney Magic, and that was also out of Galveston. It just, I was a little uncomfortable. Like tried to go into dinner and I'm like, no, let's bring dinner to the room. I had to have those curtains closed. Like I couldn't even look at the ocean. I think it is all like, or so much of it is a mindset. I will definitely say that. But the great thing is that if you don't see it, like it'll help. So that was one thing on our very first sailing on the Disney Magic I will never forget. I've told this story so many times, so I'm sorry to be like repetitive. I was on the Disney Magic and I like hyped my whole family and they're like, we don't want to go on a cruise. And my husband has, since we've been together, he has said like, we're not doing a cruise. Like, we're not cruise people. That's not happening. No, like, come on. Finally talked him into it. And we were sitting out at dinner. We had main dining, you know, our like first rotation of dining. And I remember you couldn't even feel that we were leaving. But I just remember like land passing us by and I'm like, what did I do? Like, what did I do? What did I just do? What did I talk my whole family into? And thinking it's going to be great because I'm panicking. It's fine. It's to be honest, I feel everyone has that very first scenario to where they're like, oh crap, okay, we're really doing this. It's so fun. So what I'm trying to say though is if you get nervous about things like that, try not to maybe look at the ocean. Maybe get an interior room. Maybe get something that's gonna look over at the boardwalk or something else, and I'm excited to try it. So I'll be sharing that whole journey with you guys. I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited for it. And you guys, I just was looking at myself in the camera here in the screen and I'm like, these ears, I didn't even know I was wearing these ears. I'm like, wow, the hair's not even getting in my face or anything. These are so comfortable. So comfortable. I can't wait. I'm gonna need to order like 10 different ones. Also, Squirrel, Chippendale, here they are. She also has these in hot pink. She makes them. I don't know if they are a part of the store right now, but I have seen her do hot pink ones and they are like hot pink, better than Barbie pink. It's gorgeous. Okay. Going back to our stay, we are doing a 4-night sailing. We only have one port and we are going to Cozumel. Again, we don't have anything signed up, and to be honest, I don't really even know if we'll get off this ship. It's not hard. It's not difficult. It's just a personal preference, to be honest. There's not something that like we're dying to do. And my kids are, you guys know, they're younger. They're just not gonna do that. So I just don't, 120% transparency. Why would I spend the money on something that they just like aren't gonna really enjoy? Like swimming with dolphins and all that sounds amazing, but maybe when they're older and like I can get them past this whole saltwater thing. But for now, we'll just keep it to today's at Perfect Day at Coco Cay and Castaway Cay because that just sounds more magic. There's just more magic on those islands. With that being said, is we are going to try and explore as much of this ship as we can. I was literally looking at the app, the Royal Caribbean app, and there's so many activities. So let me share one other comparison with Royal Caribbean and Disney Cruise Line. Disney Cruise Line, you can't see the activities and what's going on until you're on the ship, like physically on board. Royal Caribbean, I can literally go per each day and tell you guys what is going on each day. I'll put some of these on the screen here so you can see, but honestly, it's so cool because of the sense that you're gonna get an idea of what you want to do before you even get on board. So that's really cool. So I will say there's not a ton to where I'm just like, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. With Disney, you guys know I have like the love of Disney to where I'm like, I'm gonna have FOMO for everything. My husband does not feel that way. I feel this way. I'm like, there's trivia and there's this and there's that. These are not things that I do at home. Like, I'm not going to like the local like burger joint up the road and doing like a trivia or karaoke. Like, those are not my things really, besides bingo. You guys know I love my bingo. But when you go on a cruise, it's a fun free activity that's already included typically in your sailing price. Besides bingo, you're gonna have to pay extra for bingo, but you can still go there and be a part of the fun and not play. But it's so much fun. It gets you out of your box. It shows you different things to do. It lets you try it out for free without having to like have a complete complete meltdown. If your kids are like freaking out, melting down, and you're 20 minutes from home, but they all of a sudden had like a Disney trivia night that you wanted to try in your local town. When you're on a cruise, if your kids are having a meltdown, bring them to Kids Club. Like, let them hang out with them. Like, that's what they're for. I remember on our last sailing, gosh, what was his name? Tony from Spain. He was Tony from Spain, and he was a gem. A lot of you guys know Tony from Spain. Hashtag Tony from Spain.
Hashtag Tony from Spain.
He's hilarious. He was one of like our activity people, and he did bingo, and he was hilarious. And I remember he's like, crying baby, go to Kids Club. Like, he said it jokingly, like it was fun. But so that's kind of the great thing. Or if you don't want to do that too, you can go to your room, you can walk them around the ship. There's other activities that, you know, you can try to get another day. Like, there's trivia like almost every day. There's bingo like every day. There's all different kinds of things to do. So if you miss it one night because your kids are having a meltdown, it's just not a good day, it's fine. Go another day. Okay, so too, a lot of the dining and everything is similar but different. So with Royal Caribbean on this ship, they have one main dining room. Now it's actually 3 floors, similar to Disney, how there's 3 different dining rooms and you're on rotation. The cool thing, let me share this. The cool thing that I have found on Royal Caribbean is your wait staff, your crew that you have that help you out for dinner, your drinks, all of that, you get them every night. At least for us. So we got main dining. I was originally on the wait list for main dining, and I had my time dining. Now, I think my time dining, you might not get your same server because it's like where they can sit you in is where they can sit you in. I don't know. Drop that if you know. Drop that in the comments below and help each other out, because like, help me out. That's something I don't know. But when you have like main dining or late dining, they're actually going to stay with you. So they're still going to get to know you. They're going to know your drink order. They're going to know what you like, what you don't like. I love that so much with Disney. It means so much to me because they just become a part of your vacation. They are staples in your memory that you are making, and to have them there with you and you get to build that connection still, love it. The other thing too, like I said, I originally did have main dining or my time dining. My time dining is when you want to go to dinner, you can go to dinner, but essentially you're going to have to wait in line from what I understand. You're going to have to wait in line, and that's not something I really want to do with kids. Now, if it's something to where I could go ahead and make reservations for my entire sailing, which is what I did. I'll tell you what happened here in a second. That would be one thing. But at the same time, they let me make all the reservations, and then they canceled all but the first night. And then I went on the tip boards and stuff like that, the Facebook groups and everything, which I have some cool tips for that. I'm like late to the game to this. But I went onto the groups and I'm like, hey, help a girl out. I'm a Disney gal. I need to be a Royal Caribbean gal. What's going on here? What did I do wrong? And they're like, yeah, sometimes it lets you do that, but then it's going to cancel all of them besides one night. And then all of them were canceled. And then like 3 days later, it finally switched over and said that I was on main dining, which I was thankful for. I think it's at like 5:30, somewhere around there. That's what I wanted. That's what we're used to. We eat earlier on like a daily basis, so this kind of helps keep us in a routine. And then the shows, you guys, the shows I'm excited for. Oh, one more thing about the dining. The dining, I also think is not going to be as good as Disney, but I'm also like cool with it. So my expectations are low. But now that my mom just went and she got to like spill the tea with me, she kind of helped me like, okay, order this, but not this. Try this, listen to your service, all the usual things. But also too, she got some upgrades and she's just like, I was fine with the other stuff. It really wasn't worth the upgrades. They didn't do any of the additional cross restaurants. We are not going to either. You can go ahead and get discount packages though, when you pre-buy them. So if you want to do just one restaurant, you know, except with the extra cost restaurant like Chops or something, you can buy like a package for that for your party, and it's going to be at a discounted rate than what you would go ahead and spend later that day, or later when you're gonna be on your sailing and actually enjoy that meal. So that's kind of cool. I also heard too to not do that for the kids. Don't have the kids do it, because then it's like a way more discounted price if you do it in the restaurant. So make sure you also get on the Facebook groups, which is the big tip I want to tell you guys. I was on Facebook and I like was getting like these suggestion pages. They have not only like a Royal Caribbean group page and We Love Royal Caribbean and Harmony of the Seas page, so it's like everybody talking about specifically that ship. But they had a Facebook page for my specific sailing, for my specific ship. What? Like, where has this been? How have I never known about this? Because that is amazing to me. Like, amazing to me. So essentially the people that are in that group are going to be on my ceiling. So that's really cool, because if we're all kind of helping each other out, and there are some people that are like regulars, like people that have been on so many of these sailings, that this is all brand new to me. So I'm so excited to be like sailing with all these veterans, and some people I've like recognized their names and their faces. I'm like, am I going to see you on the ship? Am I not going to see? It adds an element of fun. Don't have to do it, totally take it or leave it, but I thought that was something really cool. Okay, I want to talk a little bit more about the activities too. The cool thing with the activities is this, is like I said, you get to see everything. I love that. I think that's really cool. But at the same time, why can you not favorite it? Why can you not add it to your calendar? Like, I'm sure like they could just put on there, you know, everything is subject to change and availability and, you know, weather. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to like remember to do all these things. So here's my question for you. Is it helpful to see everything that you can do on the ship and every day and everything, but you can't add it to your calendar? You can just see that it's on the navigator, the itinerary, that it's there and available, but it's not going to remind you unless you save it once you get on the ship. I don't know. Let's talk about this in the comments, because that's something that like I don't know. I need help with, because, and two, if you know of a way to save it, please share, because I need help. The girl needs some help here. So I need to know these things. I don't know. I thought that was strange that you could see everything, but you couldn't save it. Like, you couldn't favorite it. Like, you couldn't add it to your calendar. Like, can we like tab it? Like, you know, put a, you know, block off the corners, like something. Like, what can we do here? Can we do something? Let me know. Okay, I know I said I was going to talk to you about pricing, and I am. I'm going to tell you what I paid. I'm going to tell you roughly what I paid. So here's what I got. I got a 4-night sailing out of Galveston on the Harmony of the Seas with a guaranteed balcony. And all of these prices change and fluctuate all the time. I've been trying to watch to make sure I got the best deal, because if I didn't get the best deal, they'll go ahead and modify my price for me so I can get a little money back and save some, or get it as a cruise credit, which is fine too. I went ahead and did prepaid gratuity, plus then I always bring cash to tip them a little bit extra. It was roughly $1,700 for everything out the door. So my family of 4, my 2 kids, and then my husband and I, all in one stateroom for the 4 nights Harmony of the Seas guaranteed veranda or guaranteed balcony. That was really cheap. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that was really cheap. I normally don't talk price, but as someone who is used to being at Disney and is such a Disney gal, that's really cheap. Like, that's really cheap. So, do I think this is going to be worth it? I do. Do I think I'm going to like this? Yeah, I think I'm really going to like this. Am I excited? Absolutely. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to bring you guys along too. I'm excited for my kids to try, like, the Adventure Ocean, I think is what it's called, which is like their kids club. I'm excited to talk like comparison kids club to kids club. I do intend of doing a video of Royal Caribbean versus Disney Cruise Line, like a really informal, always, every time I come back from a trip, I have real talk when I get back on stories. So, and I am way more unfiltered there than I am here. So you can search Jeannie Pulsipher on Instagram. I'll pop right up. You can be a part of our little baby Instagram family. But yeah, I would love to have you guys there, but I'm really excited to bring you guys along. I'm excited to just like share all the things. Also too, let me know down below. Do you want a packing video? Do you want like the cruise prep? Because y'all, my closet's full. Like, we got swimsuit stuff here. Like, trust me, we got things along with Christmas things that I'm excited to share with you guys, which will be coming up very soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions, let me know in those comments down below. I love talking with you guys. Any tips, girl, help a girl out. Give me all of the Royal Caribbean cruising of any kind tips. Let me know. I'm excited to share along with you guys. But if you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor and give it a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Hit that subscribe, turn that notification bell on, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.